Hello Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video, or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you.
I got the seeds from a Japanese gardener over on Central Avenue.
Number 9. Jonathan Haze, a beloved actor and producer known for his role as Seymour in The Little Shop of Horrors and his collaborations with famed director Roger Corman, was a defining figure in classic horror comedy. Born on April 1, 1929 in Pittsburgh, Haze's career began serendipitously when Corman discovered him working at a gas station. This chance encounter led to his film debut in Monster from the Ocean Floor and a string of roles in nearly 20 films with Corman, including The Fast and the Furious, Apache Woman, and Swamp Women, establishing Haze as a staple in cult cinema. Haze's portrayal of Seymour Krelboyne in The Little Shop of Horrors remains iconic. As the timid assistant who unwittingly nurtures a bloodthirsty plant, Haze's character launched one of horror comedy's most memorable catchphrases, "Feed me, Seymour." His performance inspired a wave of adaptations, including the celebrated 1982 off-Broadway musical and the 1986 film adaptation, solidifying his influence on pop culture. Beyond acting, Haze contributed significantly behind the scenes. He served as a production manager on multiple Corman films and even wrote screenplays, such as Invasion of the Star Creatures. Later in life, he shifted to producing commercials, showcasing his versatility in the entertainment industry. A cousin of drumming legend Buddy Rich, Haze also shared his passion for creativity with his family. He is survived by his daughter Rebecca Haze, another daughter, 3 grandchildren, and a great-grandson. Haze passed away peacefully at the age of 95, leaving a legacy that continues to charm and thrill fans of classic horror comedy. Tributes to Jonathan Haze. Number 8. Quincy Jones, an unparalleled titan of the music world, left an everlasting mark on entertainment and culture through a career spanning over 6 decades. Born in Chicago on March 14, 1933, Jones navigated an early life of hardship, finding solace in music. This passion led him to master the trumpet and later study at Seattle University and Berklee College of Music. His early collaborations with jazz luminaries Lionel Hampton and Ray Charles would set the stage for his illustrious career as a composer, arranger, and producer. Jones's versatility allowed him to cross musical genres and break racial barriers. In 1956, he began arranging for Frank Sinatra, creating iconic recordings like Fly Me to the Moon. He later became the first African-American vice president of a major record label, Mercury Records, in 1961. Throughout the 1960s, Jones ventured into film, scoring The Pawnbroker, In Cold Blood, and In the Heat of the Night, marking his pioneering role as one of Hollywood's first black composers. As a producer, Jones reached new heights in the late 1970s and 80s, shaping Michael Jackson's groundbreaking albums Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad, with Thriller becoming the best-selling album of all time. In 1985, he produced We Are the World, the legendary charity single that united musical icons to raise millions for Ethiopian famine relief. His contributions also extended to television, where he produced The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, launching Will Smith's acting career. Jones's personal life was as multifaceted as his career. He was married 3 times and leaves behind 7 children, including actresses Rashida and Kidada Jones. Throughout his life, he remained an advocate for social justice and philanthropy, supporting initiatives from Martin Luther King Jr. to global humanitarian efforts through his Quincy Jones Listen Up Foundation. Quincy Jones passed away peacefully at his Los Angeles home at the age of 91, surrounded by family. His legacy as a cultural icon and mentor continues to resonate, with a body of work that redefined music and empowered generations. Tributes to Quincy Jones. Number 7. Bill Peg Pants Beach, a rockabilly legend and master storyteller, left an unforgettable mark on American music and culture. Born on August 8, 1932, in Glencoe, Kentucky, Beach's early years on a tobacco farm shaped his hard-working spirit and love for music. At just 16, he joined a traveling group, performing alongside icons like Hank Williams Sr. and Minnie Pearl, gaining valuable exposure to country music's pioneers. After high school, Beach served in the Marine Corps during the Korean War, earning commendations as a rifleman and rising to the rank of sergeant. On his return, he pursued his passion for music, recording songs such as Peg Pants and You're Gonna Like Me Baby with King Records. These hits secured his place in the burgeoning rockabilly scene, earning him induction into the Rockabilly Hall of Fame. His career paused in 1963 when his wife Barbara was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Beach stepped away from music to care for her, dedicating himself to family and business. Relocating to Cincinnati, Beach became a successful small business owner, running Beach's Sewing Center, which supported local families with specialty sewing machines and education. In the 1980s, as rockabilly regained popularity in Europe, his song Peg Pants found new success, exposing a new generation to his music. He returned to performing in Florida, especially at Stan's Idle Hour in Goodland, where he built a devoted following and collaborated with bar owner Stan Gober. In later years, Beach continued his musical journey, composing humorous and reflective songs, including Batfish Boogie for the Rookery Bay National Estuarine Research. He spent his final years in Hamilton, Ohio, surrounded by family. Bill Beach passed away at age of 92, leaving behind a legacy of resilience, compassion, and timeless rockabilly. Tributes to Bill Beach. Number 6. Bella Bradford, a vibrant and beloved content creator, brought joy and inspiration to many through her journey of resilience and positivity. Born with a love for fashion and creativity, Bella found her calling on TikTok, where she connected with thousands by sharing her life, style, and ultimately, her courageous fight against a rare and aggressive form of cancer, rhabdomyosarcoma. Diagnosed in 2021, she faced numerous treatments, including chemotherapy and reconstructive surgeries, yet continued to create uplifting content, showing her followers the power of living fully. Bella's content went beyond fashion. It resonated with a community that admired her optimism and authenticity. Known for her signature "Get Ready With Me" videos, she often encouraged others to live each day with intention, reminding her followers of the preciousness of life. Her warmth and compassion shone through in her advocacy for reaching out to those struggling, as she often shared advice on supporting loved ones in times of hardship. Even as her condition progressed, Bella used her platform to spread messages of hope and positivity, fostering a supportive space for all who followed her journey. In a final heartfelt video shared after her passing at the age of 24, Bella thanked her community, expressing gratitude for the support that brought her solace in her final months. She closed with a message to live each day with purpose, embracing the privilege of life. Bella's legacy remains one of resilience, kindness, and inspiration. She leaves behind a cherished memory of strength and beauty, inspiring countless others to approach life with joy. Tributes to Bella Bradford. Number 5. Helena Luu, a captivating presence in film and beyond, will be remembered as a multifaceted talent and graceful figure in the entertainment industry. Known for her iconic role as the British Queen in the 1985 film Marred, Helena captured audiences with her elegance and charisma. Born with a natural penchant for performance, her early influences led her to a notable career in Bollywood, with appearances in acclaimed films such as Two Roses, Come, Let's Fall in Love, and Brother is Always a Brother. Though her marriage to veteran actor Mithun Chakraborty was brief, Helena's life journey and experiences left a mark on those who knew her. Following her time in the spotlight, she moved to the United States, where she transitioned into a successful career in the airline industry. Known for her independent spirit, Helena built a life that allowed her to stay connected to both her roots in cinema and her love for new adventures abroad. Her resilient nature and candor were reflected in interviews and personal anecdotes, which showcased a woman of depth and strength, unafraid to share her personal truths. In her final social media post, Helena expressed a sense of reflection, leaving her friends and admirers with words that resonated with her thoughtful, introspective nature. News of her passing at the age of 68 was met with heartfelt tributes, as friends and well-wishers remembered her as a luminous personality who brought joy to many. Helena's legacy in film and her quiet influence in her later life remain testaments to her multifaceted contributions. Her passing leaves a lasting void in the hearts of all who admired her journey. Tributes to Helena Luu. Number 4. Ida G. Rubin, a dedicated and pioneering American politician, left an indelible mark on Maryland's legislative history through her advocacy and transformative contributions. Born in Washington, D.C., on January 7, 1929, Rubin was shaped by early influences that championed community service and resilience. She married Leonard Rubin in 1948, and they raised 4 sons together, fostering a strong foundation of family values that would carry through her public life. Rubin's entry into politics began when she filled her husband's vacated seat in the Maryland House of Delegates in 1975. Her journey from delegate to the Maryland Senate, where she served from 1987 to 2007, reflected her deep commitment to progressive change and tireless advocacy. Rising to the position of President pro tem in the Senate, Rubin was widely known for her unwavering dedication to improving lives, notably passing laws that protected victims of domestic violence and enforced child support obligations. Rubin's legislative efforts extended beyond policies, as she became a figure of inspiration in Montgomery County and throughout Maryland, respected for her strength and vision. Colleagues admired her as a relentless champion for her constituents, earning her a reputation as a tenacious legislator who tirelessly worked for justice and fairness. Rubin passed away in Bethesda, Maryland at the age of 95, leaving behind a legacy of progress and compassion. Her decades of service not only advanced the rights of individuals within her community, but also set a high standard for public service in Maryland. Rubin's contributions will be remembered by those she served and continue to inspire future leaders. Tributes to Ida G. Rubin. Number 3. Alexander Pines, an eminent American chemist, reshaped the field of nuclear magnetic resonance, NMR, through groundbreaking innovations that expanded the technology's reach from materials to biomedicine. Born on June 22, 1945 in Bulawayo, southern Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, Pines was an early achiever, studying mathematics and chemistry at Hebrew University in Jerusalem. His path led him to the United States, where he earned a PhD in chemical physics from MIT in 1972, later joining the University of California, Berkeley, as a faculty member. Pines was renowned for his pioneering work in solid-state NMR, advancing techniques that allowed the observation of NMR in previously challenging samples, including dilute spins like carbon-13. He introduced proton-enhanced nuclear induction spectroscopy, effectively launching a new era of solid-state NMR. His influence extended to fields such as quantum control and imaging, where he developed techniques like zero-field NMR, double rotation, and dynamic angle spinning. Perhaps most famously, Pines combined optical pumping with cross-polarization to create laser-polarized xenon, enhancing NMR sensitivity and enabling significant advancements in surface and molecular imaging. Throughout his career, Pines received numerous accolades, including the prestigious Langmuir Medal the Faraday Medal, and the Wolf Prize for Chemistry. His legacy in academia includes not only his research contributions but also his dedication to education, as recognized by the Distinguished Teaching Award from UC Berkeley. He was a distinguished member of the National Academy of Sciences and the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, as well as a foreign member of the Royal Society in London. Pines passed away at the age of 79, leaving a transformative legacy in the fields of chemistry and biomedicine. His contributions continue to impact scientific exploration and inspire new generations of researchers. Tributes to Alexander Pines.
Number 2.
Eva Bran, a distinguished scholar and longest-serving tutor at St. John's College in Annapolis, devoted her life to classical education and philosophical inquiry. Born on January 1, 1929 in Berlin, she immigrated to the United States in 1941, bringing with her a profound love for knowledge and a dedication to academic excellence. Bran earned her BA from Brooklyn College and went on to obtain her MA in Classics and PhD in Archaeology from Yale University, furthering her expertise in the ancient world. Her early mentorship under Jacob Klein profoundly influenced her intellectual journey, and she later became a defining figure of St. John's College and its Great Books program. Bran was known for her commitment to understanding the nuances of human experience, reflected in her extensive body of work. Among her acclaimed publications, The World of the Imagination, 1992, and Homeric Moments, 2002, captivated readers with their insightful perspectives on classical texts. Her writings, including The Music of the Republic, 2004, and Feeling Our Feelings, 2008, often explored themes of imagination, knowledge, and time, and she was celebrated for her deep engagement with Plato's dialogues, particularly through her translations and interpretations of Phaedo and Symposium, which she co-translated with colleagues. In 2005, Bran was awarded the National Humanities Medal, an honor that recognized her contributions to humanities education and her lifelong dedication to philosophical discourse. Her influence at St. John's extended beyond the classroom, as she continued to guide countless students in exploring enduring questions about life, knowledge, and self-understanding. Eva Bran passed away at the age of 95, leaving behind a rich legacy of intellectual curiosity and educational dedication that will continue to inspire future generations. Tributes to Eva Bran. What's trending on the internet? News 1. In Texas, the recent loss of abortion rights has sparked deep concerns about healthcare access for pregnant women, highlighted by the tragic passing of a young woman after multiple hospital visits. 18-year-old Neve Crane visited emergency rooms multiple times, yet was reportedly discharged without the necessary critical care, even as her condition worsened. Her family and advocates are raising awareness about the importance of ensuring safe healthcare for all women. This case and others are drawing attention to the challenges healthcare providers face in states with restrictive laws, with some professionals fearing legal consequences even when immediate care is required. Experts say the uncertainty around new medical guidelines may delay timely support for those in critical need, creating significant concerns for patient well-being. Advocates are calling for change, emphasizing that healthcare for pregnant individuals should be accessible, safe, and without hesitation. Minnie Timaraju, president of Reproductive Freedom for All, voiced strong support for restoring these healthcare protections, urging communities to recognize the vital importance of clear and compassionate medical support for everyone. News 2. The Broadway community is preparing to honor the late actor Davin Creel with a public memorial celebration set for December 2nd at the St. James Theater in New York City. Friends, family, and fans of Creel, a Tony Award-winning performer known for standout roles in Thoroughly Modern Millie, Hair, and Hello Dolly, Zrenya will gather to celebrate his life and contributions to the arts. In addition to the memorial, Broadway theaters across New York will dim their lights on December 3rd, recognizing Creel's influence and legacy in musical theater. Creel passed away on September 30th at age 48 after a courageous battle with a rare cancer, leaving behind a legacy of kindness, talent, and warmth. Broadway stars like Laura Benanti, Ben Platt, and Coleman Domingo have shared heartfelt tributes, remembering Creel as an inspiring presence both on and off the stage. Known for his generous spirit, Creel left a profound impact on those who worked alongside him. As part of his legacy, Creel's loved ones request donations be made in his name to Broadway Cares/Equity Fights. The theater world will gather to bid farewell, united in gratitude for Creel's artistry and kindness and remembering the joy he brought to countless audiences worldwide. News 3. A California father has been hailed as a hero after sacrificing himself to save his family from an oncoming vehicle while on a visit to Dallas, Texas. Adam Bouvet was walking with his wife, Tracy, his daughters, and grandson on October 25th, when an out-of-control car veered onto the sidewalk. In a brave act, Adam pushed his family to safety, shielding them from the vehicle. Tracy, who called Adam the love of my life, shared on Facebook that he took the hit to save us all, expressing her immense gratitude and heartbreak. Adam was critically injured and admitted to the ICU with a traumatic brain injury. Despite an emergency surgery, he passed away on October 28th, 3 days after the accident. Known for his community spirit, Adam co-owned The Mill, a beloved restaurant in Murrieta, California, where he was cherished by locals. To honor him, friends and supporters have rallied to assist his family. Merchandise emblazoned with #LiveLikeAdam has been created by former employees, and over $145,000 has been raised through a GoFundMe campaign. Adam's friend Brad Neat described him as irreplaceable, noting the void his passing leaves in both his family and community. Tracy and Adam's daughter sustained minor injuries, but she credits his heroism for sparing their lives. Adam's story of courage continues to inspire all who knew him. News 4. The U.S. Coast Guard has suspended its search for 4 missing boaters after a boat capsized off California's Bodega Bay on November 2nd, resulting in 1 fatality. The incident was reported to authorities after 6 people, including 3 children, failed to return to the West Side Marina. The group, on a 21-foot vessel, had set out earlier that day to go crabbing and was expected back by evening. After an extensive search effort involving drones, helicopters, and multiple agencies, 1 child was found alive on the shore Sunday morning and was treated for injuries. Tragically, another individual, a teenager, was found deceased. The Coast Guard, in coordination with local agencies, conducted an exhaustive 57-hour search covering 2,100 square miles before suspending operations due to a lack of new information. According to officials, all passengers reportedly wore life vests, 6 of which were recovered. The water temperature at the time was near 54 degrees, and conditions were challenging due to a beach hazards alert. The decision to suspend a search is never made lightly, stated Coast Guard Chief Warrant Officer Michael L. Zapawa, adding that their thoughts are with the families affected by this tragic event. Authorities encourage all mariners to check weather conditions, file float plans, and carry proper communication tools for safety. For more information or leads, the Coast Guard Sector San Francisco has requested contact from the public. News 5. 4 people lost their lives, and 17 others were injured after a semi-truck collided with multiple vehicles in Michigan traffic on Saturday night. The tragic accident occurred around 11:42 p.m. on Interstate 96 near Michigan 52, where vehicles were stalled due to ongoing power line work, according to Michigan State Police, MSP. The semi-truck, traveling westbound, reportedly didn't notice the traffic backup in time, causing it to plow into the stopped cars, MSP said in a statement on X, formerly Twitter. The impact set the truck and several vehicles on fire, resulting in immediate casualties. Among those who perished were a 29-year-old man from Carson City driving a Ford F-150, and 3 Lansing residents, a 20-year-old woman, a 43-year-old woman, and a 47-year-old man, who were in a Chevy Trax and were related, MSP confirmed. First responders transported 17 injured individuals to Sparrow and McLaren hospitals in Lansing, while the semi-truck driver was taken to the University of Michigan Hospital in Ann Arbor. Following the crash, westbound Y-96 at M52 was closed indefinitely, as was M52 at the overpass, pending a bridge inspection. MSP continues to investigate, with assistance from the Michigan Department of Transportation. News 6. Slovak mountaineer Ondrej Huserka tragically died on Nepal's Langtang Lirung Peak after completing a historic ascent of its challenging east face, Slovakia's Climbers Association announced Sunday. Huserka, 34, was a member of Slovakia's national mountaineering team and renowned for his achievements across the Alps, Patagonia, Pamir Mountains, and the Himalayas. Huserka's Czech climbing partner, Marek Holicek, shared that the two had just accomplished the first-ever climb up Langtang Lirung's east face when the accident occurred. During their descent, Huserka fell into a deep crevasse. Holicek described the heart-wrenching ordeal in a post, explaining that Huserka had dropped onto an angled surface before sliding further down the glacier. Despite Holicek's prolonged efforts to rescue him, Huserka ultimately passed away after being trapped and immobilized. Rescue attempts were complicated by worsening weather, which grounded helicopters. The Slovak Climbing Association SHS James stated that rescue operations would be suspended due to hazardous conditions, leaving family and friends to mourn Huserka's loss. Described by the Slovak Daily SME as one of the best Slovak mountaineers, Huserka was honored by SHS James as a humble and great friend and a world-class climber. Langtang Lirung, one of the Himalayas' formidable peaks, has seen only 14 successful ascents from 51 attempts, with numerous climbers, including Slovenian mountaineer Tomáš Humar, losing their lives. News 7. Canadian Indigenous leader and former Senator Murray Sinclair has passed away at the age of 73. Known for his profound contributions to Indigenous justice, Sinclair was celebrated for his leadership in Canada's Truth and Reconciliation Commission (TRC), which investigated the dark legacy of residential schools. His family shared that Sinclair passed away peacefully at a Winnipeg hospital, surrounded by loved ones. Sinclair, an Anishinaabe leader born on January 24, 1951 in Manitoba, was raised by his grandparents, both survivors of Canada's residential school system. Driven by a deep commitment to justice, Sinclair became the first Indigenous judge in Manitoba, advocating tirelessly for the rights and recognition of Indigenous people. In 2009, Sinclair led the TRC, a landmark commission that exposed the devastating effects of residential schools on Indigenous communities. The TRC's findings, published in 2015, revealed that about 150,000 First Nations, Métis, and Inuit children were forced into government-run boarding schools between 1874 and 1996. Sinclair courageously labeled this policy a cultural genocide, a term that reshaped public understanding of Canada's history. Sinclair's legacy extends beyond his work with the TRC. He influenced Canadian reform in law, healthcare, and Indigenous government relations. His family described him as someone who committed his life in service to the people, leaving an enduring impact on Canada's journey toward reconciliation. News 8. David Henry Miller, affectionately known as Frog, has passed away at 76, leaving a legacy of laughter and joy. Frog, beloved in Eugene, Oregon, was known for his handmade joke books and warm personality. His close friend and roommate, David Rogers, shared that Frog died peacefully in his room on November 2, 2024. Frog had been experiencing symptoms of congestive heart failure. Since the late 1980s, Frog became a familiar face at Eugene's University of Oregon campus, Saturday Market, Oregon Country Fair, and countless local events. Dressed in his colorful shirts and sporting a long gray beard, he sold his recycled joke books with the famous question, "Have you seen the funniest joke book the world has ever known?" Priced at just $1, his joke books, which he often signed with a sketched self-portrait, found their way into the hands of generations. Many Eugenians fondly remember Frog's presence and humor, which brought smiles and a sense of community. His passing marks the end of an era for Eugene's quirky local culture, but his memory remains in every joke and sketch he shared. News 9. During Coldplay's electrifying performance in Melbourne, Australia, frontman Chris Martin gave fans an unexpected moment to remember. On Sunday, November 3, as the band closed out their final show at Marvel Stadium, Martin accidentally fell backwards through an open trapdoor on stage. Video footage shared by fans shows the singer moving down the runway, talking to the crowd, before taking a sudden tumble that left the audience gasping. Crew members quickly rushed to help him back up. Once he was back on his feet, Martin laughed off the incident, joking, "Wow, that was nearly a YouTube moment," and assuring the crowd that the fall was definitely not planned. Fans on social media quickly shared clips, with one attendee capturing the moment up close, noting it was right in front of me. The misstep adds to a series of memorable events on Coldplay's Music of the Spheres World Tour, which has featured surprise guest performances and pop-up shows that fans have adored since the tour began in March 2022. As they continue their record-breaking tour, the band's next stop is Sydney, with plenty more music and magic on the way. News 10. James Van Der Beek's wife, Kimberly, shared a heartfelt message on social media following her husband's announcement of his colorectal cancer diagnosis. The actor revealed the diagnosis publicly on November 3rd, opening up about his health journey for the first time. Kimberly commented on his Instagram post, writing, "I love you, baby," showing her unwavering support for her husband. In his initial announcement, Van Der Beek told, "I have colorectal cancer. I've been privately dealing with this diagnosis and have been taking steps to resolve it, with the support of my incredible family." The 47-year-old actor expressed optimism, noting he was feeling well despite the challenges. Colorectal cancer affects the colon or rectum and is the third most common cancer globally, following lung and breast cancers. With his announcement, Van Der Beek hopes to raise awareness about the disease and encourage others to prioritize their health. The actor also shared an apology to loved ones who found out about his diagnosis online, explaining that he had intended to share the news himself but had to adjust his plans due to a tabloid leak. In his words, "We roll with it, taking each surprise as a signpost, pointing us toward a greater destiny." James closed with gratitude, thanking his family, friends, and fans for their support, and promising to share more when he's ready. Number 1. Agnaldo Raiol, renowned for his velvety voice and passion for romantic music, was an enduring icon of love ballads and classic romantic tunes, especially Italian songs. Born on May 5, 1938, Raiol began his singing career at a young age, capturing hearts with his soulful performances. He made a seamless transition from music to film, debuting in Also We Are Brothers, 1949, and later starring in popular titles such as Sadness of Jekka, 1961, and Peril in Sight, 1968. His career, spanning decades, showcased his versatility and charisma across both music and cinema. Raiol's early life in Santana, São Paulo, greatly influenced his artistic journey. Drawn to the arts from a young age, he began performing publicly in his teens, eventually becoming a celebrated figure known for his dedication to heartfelt musical expression. His iconic hits and dramatic screen presence resonated deeply with audiences, securing his place as a beloved cultural figure. Beyond the stage and screen, Raiol's life was marked by a warm connection to his fans and a commitment to sharing joy through music. His performances evoked both nostalgia and passion, making him a timeless figure in the hearts of many. His contributions to music and film were honored not just in accolades, but in the lasting admiration of fans worldwide. Agnaldo Raiol passed away at the age of 86, following complications from a fall at his home. His legacy remains vibrant, with his music and films continuing to inspire new generations. Tributes to Agnaldo Raiol. Jessica Jurado, a distinguished actress whose work resonated with audiences, left an enduring legacy through her impactful roles in television,